Hey everyone, it's Dale here with another Monday market update. It is Monday, July 7th. I hope everyone had a fantastic Canada Day quasi long weekend last week. It was on a Tuesday, so a little bit of a weird break in the week. This week we'll also be bringing you the June stats for the LSTAR area here, London and St. Thomas. So buckle up. It's going to be a slightly longer video than normal, but we'll pack in some info here, and always happy to chat with you afterwards if you have any questions. Bit of a weird day for me too. I biked to work because it was going to be strictly an office day, catching up on some paperwork and stuff. And guess what? Then I had a client reach out to me and said, hey, can we see this new listing that popped up today, this afternoon? And so I'm going to be picking them up, doubling them on my handlebars. No. I'll be meeting them there. And I just said, as long as you don't mind me being in my biking gear, then we're good to go. So different day for me today. Let's get into some numbers. In the past week in London, we saw 295 new listings hit the system. We saw 105 conditional sales and 97 solds. Interesting too, we saw 104 price changes, and 5 of those actually went up in price. So sometimes what you'll see is, for example, a house is worth $600,000. They say, let's price it aggressively for a quick sale. We'll put it at $499.9 and attract a lot of buyers, attract multiple offers, which they may have had happen, but maybe their best offer was not as high as what they had hoped to achieve. So then they end up increasing the price from $499 to $610, hoping to get that 600 number. And usually it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So always happy to chat pricing strategy with any sellers out there as well. So those numbers they're holding fairly steady. Again, we're into the summer. I did 2 radio interviews this morning, AM 980 and 6X FM Fanshawe. So in the past month in London and St. Thomas, in our region here, we had 745 homes sold, which is actually up from June of last year. We've got almost 2,700 listings in our area. We're just a few short of 2,700, which is up about 21% in the number of listings compared to this time last year. We're down about 14.5% in number of sales from this time last year. So listings are way up, sales numbers are down. Oddly enough, prices are pretty flat, pretty steady. We're down 0.1% from this time last year. So over the last year and a half, it'll kind of go up and down, maybe 1% to 2% each month, but we've been holding a pretty steady line that whole time. So the spring, as a reminder, we saw 2 elections. We saw the provincial election immediately followed by the federal election, plus Trump U.S. tariffs came into play as well, which just created a lot of nervousness in the market. So a lot of buyers were sitting on the sidelines. Number of listings kept climbing. I think we're now getting to a point, the last few weeks seem to be picking up a bit, and June was a better month than the previous 5 months had been. So I think people are just starting to get fed up or comfortable. At a certain point, it becomes background noise, and they say enough is enough. We need to make a move and get into the market or sell our current house, sort of thing. So keep in mind, as a seller, only 41% of new listings are selling right now. So when 4 out of 10 homes in your neighborhood are selling, you need to have your home staged nicely. It needs to show well. You want to really showcase it, and the price needs to be competitive to what sales are in your area. Again, that's where your realtor can come out and help you out with all that strategy as well. So on the buyer side, make sure you're pre-approved. Again, the Bank of Canada has dropped their rate from 5 to 2.75% over the last several months. They're expecting to hold that steady at the end of this month on their next rate announcement. So interest rates are attractive right now, and there's a lot of selection out there for you as a buyer. So there's lots of opportunity right now. It's a great time to buy. I feel like we will have a lot of pent-up demand because it was a slower spring than normal, and eventually that's going to catch up. So it's I feel like it's been starting the last couple of weeks. I've noticed booking showings for buyers. Several of them are sold in the first few days or conditionally sold. And we don't even get a chance necessarily to get out there, which is why I'm biking to a new listing today to go and show that. So always happy to chat. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we'll help you out. Have a great week.